All right, so let's go through a quick case study of making one of these type of clickbait thumbnails fast. We'll name this Trump Space Force, and I'll jump ahead a bit. You guys already know how to upload and things like that, right? If you don't know, head up here, check out this tutorial stuff here. It covers all that very well, right built in with this pick maker. Okay, so we were at Trump grabbing some stuff, right? So we can upload those in a second. Just to go through a couple other, what do we want to do with them? Just for an idea, Space Forcing or something like that. We can do back to Pixabay. Let's check out Alien. All right, so lots of really good shots. And we'll check it out. Spaceship there. These kind of guys are cool. Okay, so there's a guy found. You can get a free download. You want the PNG, so see with the background. That means there is no background, so you can use any background behind it, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, we can also go check out here on the Google, and we checked Google Images right there, right? Which we took that one under the tools again. And again, there's that alien guy, but it's on Pixabay, so it might say there's this and that with it. Copyright. But still some cool stuff. And again, if you're looking in here, you want to get the PNG background. Let's see what they got. Yeah, they got the same one here, so somebody's put it there. It says maybe due to copyright, who knows. Okay, let's just check some background. So I put in here space, and I checked for green space. There's a couple of cool images right here, so I grabbed these already. So you don't have to watch the slow and painful downloads. Okay, back over to PicMaker. Let's grab some uploads. We could use backgrounds from there, but we'll see what we got here. Click on that. How's that look? Took a minute to get in there. Let's just close that for a second. Pretty big, looks good. We take it a little bit bigger. Get rid of this so we can see what we're doing. How's that look? Pretty cool. Alright. We'll go back to uploads. So I've taken some of these backgrounds off of these Trump images I took. So just to show you that for a minute. Remember the remove image background. You can test around with that. There's one that I took, but the hands were there. Remember the hands? So if you want, this is when you click on edit. When you go over here, you can add the hands back in if you wanted, right? You could go to the brush size approximately were in here. There they are. And you could add them back in here if you wanted to use them without all the background, right? Gotta watch it. It's kind of okay. If that was the case, like I say, I won't go in perfect here. Then you might have to go back and then erase some of that. Take the brush smaller and get as close as you can, and blah 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 with that one. And let me see. So right now, that would be that one, right? Still a good, looks good. Don't really need a hand, so I already downloaded that too. And there's one where he's looking kind of like really what's going on. The background works with these two. In this case, you could use the background if you wanted the hands. All right, so I threw a bunch of them up here. What I thought with these, with his face is a little bit dark because the lighting is from the back. Okay, but instead of fooling around with that too long, let's just delete this one. Okay, so I put these two pictures in here, saved it as well because it took a while to save it in here, because as we said, it was a beta. But okay, the hand, see, I didn't do a really fine job, but because it was a green background and we're on green, it works well. There's the same picture here without the background, right? So we could use either one of those. Let's just see about this guy first, and seeing the guys on the other side there, let's this is a flipper. There's a swap, there's a flip. Okay, we'll flip them around, which actually is really good too for as far as maybe make them as bigger. Get them more in there, pull them down a bit. What do we got here? Yeah, that's good. So let's just think that works with the hand. Get rid of that for a minute. Oh. Back to our alien dude. What if like Trump was holding him or something? Save that. Okay, so I think you get a good idea of that, going through those steps. If you're in this kind of niche or whatever, you know, conspiracy theories or just the news thing or whatever you want to do, or this one here, you could, you know, the title, you wouldn't need any, you could put text on this, but you wouldn't need any. The title could kind of be the clickbait of what the picture's about. You know, is Trump an alien, or what about a space force, or, you know, there's a bunch of things you could figure out. So you could also go to shapes here, pick an arrow. This one's actually green, so we might want to change it to something a bit contrast to what's going on in there. Wanted to add a line around this, but it won't work because the hands will turn green as well. So what we could do is take the other image that I downloaded, which is the exact same one, and put it over top of this guy. Let's see if we can do that, and it won't change the hands. As you see with this programs, you kind of gotta noodle around a little bit to get what you want. But that works. And then if we went up to here, white is good. Inner stroke or outer stroke, we want the outer stroke. Okay, just pull that out, that looks good. Yo, what happened there? Flipped over by itself for some reason. We'll just save that. If I put this in real time for you, you'll see it takes a while to save. So you'll know that when you're doing this. Don't get frustrated, depends on your internet connection and beta pick maker. But hey, for freebie and the amount of creativity you can use with this thing is excellent. So you could fool around with that, get as creative as you want for whatever purpose you're doing that, but you get the idea. And actually what I'll maybe end up using this as my course thumbnail, so I will add some text on here. So let me just do that. Okay, so I just grabbed this text here, put it on, did some little customizing here. You get an idea, so I can use this for the course thumbnail, for example. Doesn't really mean anything this way other than, hey, clickbait. And if you want to go preview this, it's cool because you can see what works. Okay, the clickbait thumbnails sticks out when it's small. The how to make, I put small so you can, this is what it's about, but basically you want to say clickbait thumbnails. It's got the arrow and Trump in there. A little bigger here, looks even better, right? Put a little watermark on there, my website that I'll be using this on. And there you go. So, okay, I had an E in there, I had to take out. Didn't notice that before. For some reason, got an E in there, so I took that out. And that's it. Downloaded it, save it, download it. And this is what it ends up. There you go, comes out like that. So he's a little bit blurry on that so he could go bigger if he wanted, but it doesn't really matter because it still looks good at the smaller level, as we notice on the preview, right? Everything looks cool there anyways for this particular example and project. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions, also let me know. Otherwise, happy clickbaiting, and check it out. Don't forget about your titles. They're important as well. If you're not using any text,